One of the areas that we are often asked about, and an area that we cover a large subject during our training here at Outback Organics, is skin traumas, specifically skin lifting. So what is a skin lift? A skin lift is the removal of the outer epidermal layers of the skin, which is caused by two actions of the technician during a waxing service. If the wax is too hot, specifically and particularly with strip wax or warm wax, the wax will adhere to the skin and peel away those outer layers of the epidermal skin. The other reason is if a stretch and support for the skin isn't in place for the removal of the patch or strip that you're removing your wax with. This also will take away the superficial epidermal layers of skin, leaving behind a pink or red area of skin that will show where the skin's been removed. Often you'll see a shiny area. That's a good indicator that the skin lift has occurred. The most common areas that this will happen on a client is the eyebrow, the upper lip, the underarm, and the labia if you are doing female intimate waxing. So how do we prevent doing a skin lift? The best options for making sure that you avoid a skin lift is to make sure your skin is prepared properly. With the Outback Organics procedure, we use a gel cleanser and we also use a botanical oil to soften and hydrate the skin, but also to give a barrier to protect anything adhering and peeling away on the skin. The other thing is to make sure that the consistency and temperature of your wax is exactly as it should be. I often do this through a visual consistency check as opposed to measuring the temperature with any numbers or thermometer. So just making sure that the wax sits on the spatula and holds without running off the spatula too quickly. This will indicate the wax is too hot. We need to place a firm pressure stretch before we apply the wax and make sure that that stretch goes down to the other end of the removal so that we're really holding the skin taut and flat for the removal of the patch or strip. The issue with a skin lift is once one has occurred, it normally heals without any scarring. The problem with that is it's going to reoccur. So a client that has experienced a skin lift, when they have their next wax, even if there is no markings on the skin, the likeliness is exactly the same skin lift is going to reoccur in exactly the same shape on exactly the same spot. So we need to treat each of our clients in every area that we're working on as if we're working on skin that's had trauma or a skin lift before, making sure that we prep the skin thoroughly with our cleanser and with our oil, and making sure that we're always checking the consistency of our wax temperature, making sure our stretch is firmly in place for the whole duration of the removal of your patch or strip, and also using the adequate skincare at the end. One of the things we offer here at Outback Organics is a session on Zoom for a half-an-hour period with myself where I can do a one-to-one with you and help to troubleshoot any things that might be occurring within your treatments. They could be linked to skin traumas or just general working with removal of the hair and how to operate the wax most efficiently. It could be to use our pre and post care effectively. For any information on our Zoom call training, you can call our wonderful team at the office on 01823 663322 or visit our website.